Hi everyone. Lots of people saw my post on Instagram that I've been sorting out my layouts. So here I am with a flick through. I would say a quick flip through, but it definitely won't be quick. So I did count all those millions of layouts I had, and there were in total 436. And I'm just going to show you the ones I've made for 2019. Now these are not my 2019 layouts that I made in 2019. They are the photos from 2019. So I file all of my layouts completely chronological. So this is one that was made for Go Go Getaway. It was designed by Laura Rumble and I made her layout. This is for my one of my crop layouts that I made for people to follow along with, and I also used it for one of the Go Go Be Inspired challenges for the recent event that we had, so for March 2020. This was one for Hip Kit Club. This was also for Hip Kit Club. How many times am I going to get that wrong? And again, also for Hip Kit Club. This is one of my favourite layouts. I just loved this one. It came out so well. I was just so happy with this one. You know, when inspiration just strikes, this one happens super quick. Also for Hip Kit Club. And this one's for Bramble Fox. You can see the fabulous perspectives there. Oh, this happens a lot. I can lose things. Not sure if it's this whole embellishment that has moved or if it's, yeah, I think it is all supposed to go up there. There we go. This does happen. Yeah, so Bramble Fox there and there. This one was also for Bramble Fox, using the fabulous Nom 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 set from the store. This one was Hip Kit Club. This one was also Hip Kit Club. And this was for Go Go. This was for Bramble Fox, using these perspectives here, these as well. Lots and lots going on there. Also for Bramble Fox, using bits and pieces from the Lollipop Box Club as well. This one was for Hey Little Magpie. And this one is for Go Go. This one was for Shimmer's Paints. You can see all the lovely shimmery paint on there. This one was for Go Go Getaway, Bramble Fox. This is one of my crop layouts that people follow along with. This was Hip Kit Club. This one is Hip Kit Club Upcoming. This one is Go Go, and this one's Go Go 2. This one's also Go Go. This is designed by Laura Rumble again. She was our distance guest designer for March, although everybody was distance in March because we had to hold the retreat virtually. But there were these fabulous fold out shaker pockets, which were just so completely awesome. So that's those there. You can see the little shakers, the sequins go through the photos there. So cute. So yeah, that was designed by Laura Rumble, but it's the version that I made. For Hey Little Magpie. This one was for Hip Kit Club, that was following along with a sketch. This one hasn't actually been shown. This is for, it's just an extra layout using Bramble Fox. I haven't put that one up yet. Bramble Fox again, you can see those lovely perspectives there. Bramble Fox again with the Hoppy Easter set, super cute. I've just realised that these are my 2020 layouts, not 2019. I started with the wrong pile. So these are from the photos from the 1st of January 2020 through until the current day, and there are 43 of these so far. This was for Hip Kit Club. This is one of my crop layouts. This was Hip Kit Club as well, stitched rainbow. This was when I guest designed for Lollipop Box Club. This is Hey Little Magpie. This one was just for fun for Pink Fresh Studio challenge, and I've added some fabulous perspectives by Bramble Fox as well. This one was for Emma Clark's Mind the Scrap Cybercrop. That was a guest design or a sample layout for one of her challenges there. This was Hip Kit Club. This is Bramble Fox. This is Hey Little Magpie, Hip Kit Club, Bramble Fox with these really cute critters, super cute. Guest designing for Lollipop Box Club. These come out. I'll turn over to reveal my journaling. And this one is Hey Little Magpie. So they're all my 2020 layouts so far. So not necessarily the ones that I've made in 2020. Well, actually I will have done. But for example, I could have made some, they're not the only ones I've made, so I could have made some 2019 photo layouts in 2020. But these are my 2020 ones so far, and there are 43 of those. So I'll just now switch over to actually start with 2019, which is where I'd planned to start with. Hold on. Okay, so these are 2019 layouts now. So this is literally the 1st of January 2019. So this layout, I believe, I can't really remember actually, but I think it was for Go Go Getaway. I'm not 100% sure, but I think so. This was for Bramble Fox. Oh, got stuck. This one was Go Go Day Away, so one of our smaller events that we run twice a year, or the St Albans branch runs twice a year. Ipswich runs twice a year too. So this was a Go Go Day Away layout that I did for a class there. This was for Shimmers Paints. And this one, I think, Hey Little Magpie, not 100% sure, but I think so. This was another Go Go Day Away, so those two went together. That one with all the folding, it was for an event called Fancy Folds, so they went together. That was a class layout that I taught. This one was for Bramble Fox. Look at my baby, so cute then. This one was for Spiegel Mum Scraps. Oh, sorry, there are little people here. Spiegel Mum Scraps, using all the beautiful, beautiful sequins. They're all sewn together there. Okay. This one was for Just Nick, and have a big Bramble Fox perspective on there too. This one was for Bramble Fox. This one was for Bramble Fox as well. I think, no, it wasn't. It was Shimmers Paints. This one was a guest design for Confessions of a Paper Addict. I love her cut files. They're so awesome. Virginia Walker. And then I've got Bramble Fox on there too. This one was for Shimmers Paints. I think it could have been Bramble Fox, but I think it was Shimmers with all the mixed media on there. This one was for Hey Little Magpie. And this one as well. This one was for Hip Kit Club. This one was Spiegel Mum Scraps with all the beautiful sequins. This one for Hey Little Magpie. Now this one, I don't know if this is for Shimmers or Spiegel Mum Scraps, because I've used equally the same amount of products for each. Not sure which one that was for, but it was one of those. I think it was Shimmers. This one was a Go Go Day Away, so the fancy folds, so with these hearts that are folded in half to create these little flowers. So it was a Fancy Folds Day Away. This one was Just Nick. This one was a Go Go Challenge, just for fun. This one was for Bramble Fox, Fabulous Rainbow. I've got some chain stitching on here, lots of perspectives everywhere, as well as the rainbow, of course. This one was for Hey Little Magpie, and that one too. Oh no, I think that was for Bramble Fox, because I've got that the big perspective on there. And this was for Hip Kit Club. This one was Shimmers, I think. I'm pretty sure it was Shimmers. It could have been Spiegel Mum, because I've got lots and lots of sequins on there too. I think it was Shimmers. I'm not 100% sure. This was a Go-Go Getaway layout. So this was a class designed by Amanda Baldwin, and this is my version of her layout. This one was for Shimmers. That's a Just Knit cut file, raised up and covered in paints. This one was for Bramble Fox, all the really cute little baby elephants and those stars. And the moon, super cute. This one was a guest design for UK Scrap Addicts. This was the Go-Go Getaway group photo layout. I need to put a selfie on there. Oh, I've lost a G. I'll stick that back on. I need to sew through that, I think. So this was for Bramble Fox with the All-Star. This one was a Go-Go Getaway challenge. This was Hip Kit Club. This was Hey Little Magpie. I believe that was a National Scrapbooking Day layout. This one was for Hey Little Magpie as well. This one was for Spiegel Mum Scraps. Look at all those sequins inside the word spring there. Cool. And I've got a beautiful rose gold Bramble Fox perspective up there. They're my favourite colour, I think, of the Bramble Fox. This was also a National Scrapbooking Day layout, and it was a guest design for the Love of Pretty Paper. This is one of my crop layouts that I make for people to follow along with, and it was also a Go-Go Getaway layout, challenge layout as well. This was Hey Little Magpie. This one was Just Knit, that fabulous floral there. It was a Just Knit cut file. And this one was Hip Kit Club. Okay, I shall close off and get the next batch. Okay, back with the second lot for 2019. So this is from April. This is a photo order, not the order I made them. This was for Bramble Fox. This one is Bramble Fox as, no, I think this is Bramble Fox because I've used this one. I can't remember. I want to say that it's Go-Go, but actually I don't think it is. I think it's, oh, I can't remember. It might be Shimmers. I can't remember. This one was definitely Bramble Fox. Hilarious. I love this photo. So funny. And then this was Bramble Fox. This one was Hey Little Magpie. I love all the chain stitching that I did around there. This was Hip Kit Club. That was a National Scrapbooking Day layout for Hip Kit Club. This was Hip Kit. This was a Go-Go Getaway layout, and it was designed by Lisa Fonseca, and this is my version of her layout. This was Hey Little Magpie. This is one of my crop layouts and also a Go-Go challenge. Again, this was a crop layout and also a Go-Go challenge. This one was for, oh, who is it for? I don't know. I can't remember. Might have been just for fun, although I'm pretty sure I did do it for something. It might have been a Go-Go Getaway layout for something. No, but I definitely can't remember. Okay. This one was Hey Little Magpie. This was Shimmers paints. I've put Shimmers paints all over the cut file there. This was an extra inspiration layout. So for our Go-Go Dayaways and Getaways as well, with our leftovers that we've got left of the kit, we make some extra layouts for delegates to follow along with, and this was one of those. So a leftovers layout or a extra inspiration layout. It was also a Go-Go challenge, I think. This one was for Shimmers actually, but worked well with Spiegel Mum too, because I literally encrusted all of these sequins onto this under here, onto this layer, and filled the Bramble Fox perspective with sequins too. So, but it was definitely for Shimmers. This was another one of those extra inspiration layouts for the Go-Go Dayaway. This was for Bramble Fox with all the lovely rose gold perspectives there and those little hearts too down here. This was Hip Kit Club. This was a crop layout, but I think also a go-go challenge. I don't think I used it for Bramble Fox. This one was Go-Go Getaway layout. So we do monthly kind of blog posts. They're now on the Facebook page, and we do a sample every month. And we always relate it back to a class that we've done previously or taught previously at a getaway. So Vicky made tassels for one of her classes that she taught, and I also made tassels for this layout, but she made hers out of crepe paper and I made mine out of regular paper, and then I put washi tape at the top there. So that was what that one was for. This was Hip Kit. This was a crop layout and also a getaway challenge. Again, a crop layout and a Go-Go Getaway challenge. This one was for it was for Just Nick. This is a Just Nick cut file. This was Hey Little Magpie. And this was Shimmers. This is a crop layout and also a Go-Go Getaway challenge. And Hey Little Magpie. And then this was Hip Kit Club. No, it wasn't. This was a Shimmers. This was a crop layout and a Go-Go Getaway challenge as well. This was for Just Nick, so this cut file is Just Nick. This is for Spiegel Mum Scraps. Okay, so I have all the little sequin clusters around here. This was for Hey Little Magpie. This one was a crop layout. This was a Go-Go Getaway class that I taught. So we were doing these sequin strings as part of my class, and we also painted these fireworks, which we fussy cut first, with texture paste to give them a really lovely shimmery look. So that was a class that I taught at Go-Go. This was Hip Kit Club. This was a crop layout that people copied along with. This was Hip Kit as well. This one was Bramble Fox. This was Shimmers. And this was a Go-Go layout, but designed by Lisa Fonseca, and this is my version of her layout there. Okay, very thick. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to get that in the page protector, but we'll worry about that later. Okay, so that is the next lot of 2019. I have the next lot available to you. Okay, so this is the next ones. So this is from April. I did a lot in April. So that whole stack that I just showed was also from the 5th of April. This is up to the 19th. It's because we went on holiday. So it was a very, very big, lots happened in April 2019. Okay, so we're back from holiday now, and this is my mum's birthday. And we went for girly afternoon tea. That was Lisa Fonseca's layout that she did for Go-Go Getaway in June 2019, and that's my version of her layout. This is for Hip Kit Club. This one is Hip Kit as well. This one was for Bramble Fox. It was also a crop layout. People copied along with. This was for Spiegel Mum Scraps, and I've got some Bramble Fox bits on there as well, and a cut file by Virginia Walker, so Confessions of a Paper Addict. This one was, I don't know, Spiegel Mum Scraps, I believe. Okay, this one was Hey Little Magpie. I love that one. That was good fun. This was Hip Kit. Spiegel Mum Scraps with the big sequin border. This was a Go-Go Day Away class, so this was Mixed Media Madness, and the concept here was to create a whole sheet of mixed media that we then cut up and used different parts of. This is Spiegelmom scraps with all the crazy sequins. They were a bit crazy. This was a guest design for something. YouTubers. It might have been Scraptember. I can't quite remember, but yep, that is a guest design. This one was for Hip Kit Club. This one was also for Hip Kit Club. This one gave me nightmares. So I had to do an interactive element, and everyone else had done all these amazing interactive elements, and I couldn't think of anything because I'm not good like that. But I eventually came after many hours of YouTubing and blog searching, Pinteresting. I finally came up with this. This here, it's really cool. Oh no, now it's come off. Oh dear, repairs. Have to embark on some repairs. But it's the concept is that a penny, it's actually a 5p, so it's weighted and therefore it spins round, which is really cool. And it means that your piece that goes round stays at the correct angle all the time. So yeah, okay, I better go and repair that. This one is Hey Little Magpie, I believe. This one was for Bramble Fox with the duckies, and I channeled my inner Lisa Fonseca and created these cute little ducks, although I don't think I pulled it off quite to the level that Lisa does, and I don't think I've made one of these characters ever again. So go Lisa, we salute you. I can't do them. This was for Hip Kit Club. This is for Hey Little Magpie. I loved all the layers there with the border punches. This was Hip Kit Club. Not sure what this one was for. Possibly Hey Little Magpie. I don't think so. Maybe it was Go Go. I can't quite remember why I made that one. Might have been a challenge layout. This one was for Hip Kit Club. This was Hey Little Magpie. This was Bramble Fox, Fabulous Be Your Selfie. I loved that one. That was one of my favourites. This was for Just Nick. So this cut file, Explore, and had the dinosaurs and the leaves. That was all by Just Nick cut files. This was for Hip Kit Club. This one was Just Nick, again with the dinosaurs. Yep. This was just one I did for fun. Did lots of interesting things with this one. So basically, if you remember this whole sheet from the Chamel field trip collection, I fussy cut parts of it and I added glitter, I did sequins, did some heat embossing, stitching, so I really did loads. All the details on the page I kind of stitched, so the waves, the lines that were down here, and detailed out some of these bits as well. So, and sequin encrusted over here. So yeah, that was quite cool out. It took about 3 days. This was Hey Little Magpie. This was Hip Kit Club. This was Hey Little Magpie, I think. Or it might have, no, it wasn't. It was Bramble Fox. These are definitely Bramble Fox. That one was Go Go Getaway, I believe. Paper pieced character. See, I can't make them. Yeah. End of my career doing that. This one was Bramble Fox. Love the dinosaurs. They're so, so cute. This was a Go Go Day Away class taught by me for Mixed Media Madness, and we applied mixed media to a cut file instead of behind it. This was a crop layout, and I followed a sketch by Laura Rumble. Oh, this is one of my favourite layouts ever. So I made all those rosettes, those Tim Holtz die rosettes, the long die. I made all of those. That was for Hip Kit Club. They, yeah, I don't use my dies very often. It's also extremely thick, so I'm a bit worried about getting that one in the page protector, but I really, really loved how it came out. This one was for our recent March Go Go Getaway. That was our group photo layout. But I've used a photo from June, which is why it's in with June. This was for Bramble Fox, and I think no it wasn't, it was for Go-Go. Go-Go Getaway challenge layout, I believe, or it could have been a monthly blog post. No, it was a challenge. It was definitely a challenge. I remember one of the elements was that you had to use an embroidery hoop, and I didn't have one of those, so I made my own. This was a crop layout. Oh. And this one was as well. This one was for Go-Go. This was shimmers. This was for Hip Kit Club. That was Spiegel Mum scraps with all those beautiful sequins. This was shimmers. That was a page cut file for shimmers paints. That was a crop layout. This is for Hey Little Magpie. And this one was for Hey Little Magpie as well. Crop layout. Another crop layout. This was Hip Kit Club. This was shimmers. This was Go-Go Getaway, I believe. I'm not sure what it was. Not sure what our technique was for this one, but it wasn't a class I taught. It might have been for a challenge, or it could have been Spiegel Mum actually, because it's full of sequins. But I have a feeling it was for Go-Go. Not sure. This one was for Hey Little Magpie. This was Bramble Fox with the Awesome Day, and I played along with a sketch by Lime Citron. They're the ones that do the lovely stamps, and I played along with their sketch. Stamps and stencils they do. Well, they do other things as well, I think, but that's what I get. Oh, it's stuck together. I have lost something here, so I've got some random foam pads that I've lost. There must have been something there, but I'm not quite sure what. So this was for Hey Little Magpie. This was Go-Go Day Away. We created there's a mixed media madness one, so we created a mixed media title that we hand cut. Oh, stuck to this one as well. This one was for Hey Little Magpie. And this was a Go-Go Getaway layout, and it was designed by Virginia Walker, who was our distance guest designer for, I think that was for October 2019, and this is my version of her layout. Okay, right, so I shall just go and get the remainder. Okay, so we're up to July now of 2019, and so this was, goodness, I don't know, I think it was Go-Go Getaway, it was definitely. This was Hip Kit Club. This one was a double layout. Let's see. You can see all of it. So it was a double layout for the Mixed Media Madness Go-Go Day Away, a class that I taught. This was for Go-Go Getaway. This was for Hey Little Magpie. This one was for Bramble Fox, with the pack your bags perspective there. My boy going to Beaver's camp for the first time. Couldn't even pick his bag up, he was so heavy. This was for Go-Go Getaway, done that recently. This was a guest design for Confessions of a Paper Addict, and that's the cute little TP there. That was the cut file that I used there. This was also a guest design for the same, I don't think it was, I think I used, this is for Spiegel Mum scraps. Oh, I can't remember, I can't remember if it was for a guest design or if it was just Spiegel Mum scraps and I just used one of her cut files, I can't remember. But either way, I've got lots of sequins and a cut file by Virginia Walker. This was an extra inspiration layout, so one of the ones made with our leftover kit from the Go-Go Day Away Mixed Media Madness. So I created the background with the shimmers paints that we received as part of the kit. That one was me, not taught by me, but it was taught by me, it was designed by me. it was my layout that I made from the leftovers, but I didn't actually teach this as a class. It was just an extra kind of bonus layout, extra inspiration layout. This was, I guess, definitely a guest design for Virginia Walker, Confessions of a Paper Addict. This was for Hey Little Magpie. This was for Hip Kit Club with the Dream Catchers. This one was for Go Go Getaway, I believe. I think so. I can't remember quite what the technique was, or it might have been for a challenge. This was one I went to a class by Julie Taylor and Maura Cutts. Julie taught the class, so it's Crafty Vixens. We went up and took part in the class for the day. It was really good fun, good girly fun day out, and that was the layout that we made. Very lots and lots of mixed media there, which is a bit scary. I was out of my comfort zone was what I was going to say about that one. Definitely out of my comfort zone. This was a crop layout that people followed along with. So was this. This was for shimmers, all the shimmers paints behind there. That was a ridiculously hot day of the year last year, like 30 something degrees, 38.5 degrees. Wow, we don't get that hot normally. Okay, this was for Hip Kit Club, lots of fussy cutting on that one. This was Bramble Fox. I love this layout, it's one of my favourite layouts actually. I love the photo, I love the perspectives, I love the white space with the big colourful arrow. That was Heidi Swap paper, that was. This was for Hip Kit Club. This was for, don't know, shimmers, I think, maybe. I don't think it was. I'm sure it wasn't for Bramble Fox either. Might have been. But I remember following along with the Lime Citron challenge. So I've used their stamps in the background, but I can't quite remember what I made this one for. It was for something. This one was for Hip Kit Club. This was also for Hip Kit Club. This is one of their exclusive cut files. This is a double layout and one that I taught at Go Go Getaway October 2019. So using the Vicky Boutin Wildflower and Honey, which I really enjoyed using actually. It's not the sort of thing I would normally buy, just because it has the craft colour in it and that doesn't appeal to me. But actually I loved it. I really, really loved it. So that was a double layout that I taught. And my technique was the mixed media and doodling. This was this layout was by Virginia Walker as our guest designer at Go Go October 19, and this is my version of her layout. This was for Spiegel Mum Scraps with all of these beautiful sequins, lots of stitching, machine stitching behind the cut file. And cut file is by Virginia Walker, Confessions of a Paper Addict. This was for Hip Kit Club. This was also for Hip Kit Club. And this was for shimmers, I believe. And I followed along with the Lime Citron challenge for whatever month that was. This was, I guess, designed for Shamel, and this was one of the layouts that I did for her there. Stitched around all of that speciality sheet. This one was for the Scruppy YouTubers or Scruptember. Recently, I did that recently. That was for one of the cyber crops. This one was for Hey Little Magpie. This one was an extra inspiration layout for the Mixed Media Madness Go Go Day Away 2. This was for Hip Kit Club. This one was another extra inspiration layout for Mixed Media Madness. So lots of mixed media on the background. Not a lot else because we didn't have much left at this point. This was for Hip Kit Club. This was an extra inspiration layout for the recent Go-Go Getaway March that had to be cancelled, but we held it virtually. This was an extra inspiration layout from my class that I did for that. This was a layout I taught at Go-Go Getaway in October 2019. This one was for Hip Kit Club. I love those frames. They were perfect for Instagram, Snapchat prints. This one was for Go-Go Getaway. Fab fun with the painting the doilies there. That was the technique. This one was for Shimmer's Paints, one of my all-time favourite layouts. I love this one. This was a crop layout for people to follow along with. Always fun, Snapchat fun. This is a double layout that I taught recently at March 2020. That was the one that had to be cancelled, so we ran this one online. So this is the double layout that I taught for that one. We focused on the mixed media pad by Vicky Boutin all the way through the getaway. This was for Bramble Fox. This was for Hey Little Magpie. I mixed Paige Evans, Truly Grateful, and Maggie Holmes Heritage. This was a Hey Little Magpie challenge, and it was to use repeating shapes. Guess what shape I chose? This was for Bramble Fox, so love this. Amazing, love it. The big stars, they're all from Bramble Fox. And this one was a Go-Go Getaway layout, like the monthly layouts that we do, using paper, like quilting. I can't remember how we describe the technique, but piecing shapes together. Okay, so we're up to August now for 2019. Okay, next lot. August, still August. That was an extra inspiration layout for recent Go-Go Getaway March 2020. That was for Bramble Fox. This was for Hey Little Magpie. This was a guest design for Pretty My Page. This was a crop layout. This was for my Go-Go Relax Away that we ran in January. So I just basically, these are almost crop layouts. So I just did a kit and everyone copies along. So that was one of those, Go-Go Relax Away. This was for Go-Go Getaway, I believe, heat embossing. This was, so this was Virginia Walker again, her class that she taught at Go-Go Getaway 2019. This was the layout I made from all the leftovers from that kit. This was for Hip Kit Club. This was for Go-Go Getaway, so the leftovers that I made from, that I had from my double layout that I made. This was the leftovers layout made from the other class that I taught that time, so in October 19. This was my leftovers layout. I hardly had anything left over, so I had to really improvise and really go crazy with the mixed media. This was for Shimmers. This was for Hey Little Magpie. This one was the class that I really recently taught at Go-Go March 2020, the one that had to be cancelled. So that was my layout, my session 1 layout that I taught there. This was from, good question. I think this is a Hey Little Magpie layout. That was just for fun. That was a layout designed by Kiri Baldwin at Go-Go, and that was my version of it. This was for Shimmers. This was a double layout for Bramble Fox. Oh, I love the monsters. So, so, so cute. And he's really cute as a monster as well. This was for Hip Kit Club. This was for Hey Little Magpie. And so is this one. And so is this one. And so is this one. Oh, and so was hilarious, and so was this one. That was obviously using crepe paper, the Halloween one, and this is using Truly Grateful. So I only made these recently, so I revisited Truly Grateful. I'd already done a load with Truly Grateful, and then recently, so in 2020, I came back and did a whole load of four more. This one and this one. So those three were all for Hey Little Magpie. I've got another one which is there. This was guest design for Virginia Walker with Confessions of a Paper Addict. This was Hip Kit Club. This one was again this was Hip Kit Club. Get confused as to who's who. Yeah, that's a heavy layout. I wondered if I had two layouts there, but no, just the one. So that's the other one using Truly Grateful for Hey Little Magpie that I did recently. This is Hip Kit. This one was a guest design for Virginia with the Confessions of a Paper Addict. So this turkey cut file, so funny. My daughter looks at these turkeys at a farm that we're visiting and says, oh, they'd make a good roast dinner. So that's why that's on there and why I have a turkey. It's nothing to do with Thanksgiving. And this one was for Hip Kit. This is one of my all-time favourite layouts as well. I really absolutely adore the way this came out. I stitched with gold thread all through all of the cross hatches. Another one of my favourite layouts actually, this was also Hip Kit. This was a guest design for Virginia Walker, Confessions of a Paper Addict, that cut file there. And this one was this was also a guest design with that leaf cut file. This was for the Scrappy YouTubers. This one was for Hey Little Magpie. And this one was Bramble Fox with the fabulous Halloween perspectives. Look at this child dressed as it. Who's a very, very scary child. He looked so much like him. Anyway, hopefully he's not watched the movie. He wasn't my child. This is for Hip Kit Club. Now, I'll never be able to look at this layout the same again because somebody pointed out that the fox looks like he's pooping out the enamel dot that's here. Ever since then, I have been very careful with my enamel dot placements. This was a crop layout that people could follow along with. This was one of the Go Go Relax Away layouts that people followed along with, and this as well, and this one too, and this one. And this was a guest design for Lollipop Box Club, although it was a collaboration with Bramble Fox. So I was designing with the Lollipop Box Club, who had collaborated with Bramble Fox for the month. This layout is the same as that one, and this one as well. So that collaboration with Lollipop Box Club and Bramble Fox. This was another Go Go Relax Away layout, and this one too. We're up to November now, nearly there. So I have one final lot to show. God, I mustn't drop them because it's taken ages to get them sorted. Okay, so November to December, nearly there. This is for Hip Kit Club. This was for Shimmers. This was for Hip Kit Club. This was for Bramble Fox. I love that paper. This was also for Bramble Fox, the favourite photograph. This was also for Bramble Fox with those fabulous houses and trees. They were some of my favourite perspectives, and they're played along with the Lime Citron Challenge. This was for, oh look, all my ends are not tidied up, that's unlike me. This was for Hey Little Magpie, Pebbles. This was Hey Little Magpie. This was Bramble Fox. This was Hip Kit. This was Bramble Fox. So cute with those houses and trees. And the big snow globe, because they're inside a big snow globe. This was for, oh, I can't remember. I think it was a guest design for something, but I can't quite remember what. It was something to do with, oh, I can't remember. something to do with the scrappy YouTubers, I think. Yep, and I had to use plus signs, so that's what these are stenciled on for. This was Hey Little Magpie, using pebbles. This was for shimmers. This one was for Bramble Fox, 'Tis the Season, the coffee cups. And this was also for Bramble Fox, using this frame and all these little lovely cute bits and pieces. This was Hip Kit Club. Oh, I'm stuck. That's because I've got loads of blue tack on the back, that would be why. That must have been up on the wall for some reason. And no doubt a challenge layout, maybe for Go-Go. This was for Hey Little Magpie, using the Say Cheese Christmas, same as this one. They made the up house because these are up photos, so, and the balloons. It's good fun. This was also Hey Little Magpie. This was Hip Kit Club. This is Hey Little Magpie 2. I pulled this little guy up on screen and tried to trace him. I told you I'm not very good at the whole Lisa Fonseca animal thing, so I tried to trace him. He looks alright, you can tell who he is just about. This was also Hey Little Magpie, and this one too. This was shimmers. Loved all the mixed media being applied to the die cuts there, so cute. This was also Hip Kit Club. This one, Hip Kit Club 2. This was shimmers, mixed media onto the cut file. This one was Hip Kit Club, one of my all-time favourite layouts. And this was a crop layout. And this was Bramble Fox. And that is my layouts for 2019, and you saw the 2020 ones at the beginning, which I wasn't going to show you. So altogether I had 273 layouts for 2019 and 43 so far for 2020. So that was a big amount of scrapbooking in 2019. Thank you for watching. See you later. Bye.